This is 5 o'clock news, and this is Logan and my partners,
Chloe and Mara.
and today we're going to be talking about the famous St. Valentine's Massacre and the notorious Al Capone and Bonnie and Clyde.
But first, let's talk about Al Capone. He was the main man that contributed to the gruesome acts of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Al Capone was also known as Scarface and became the leader of Chicago Mafia in the Prohibition era.
Al Capone was a poor immigrant from Italy who arrived in New York in 1894. Al Capone met the gangster, Johnny Torrio, which is Al Capone's greatest influence. Torrio taught Al Capone everything.
Eventually, Torrio retired and Al Capone took over the Chicago Mafia.
The Valentine's Massacre was a bloody Chicago gang war between the Chicago Mafia and George Bugs Moran's Irish Mafia. The Irish Mafia ran his bootlegging operation out of his garage.
7 members of Moran's men were lined up, and 70 pounds of ammunition was used on them. The police immediately knew it was Capone's gang.
Another few more notorious criminals were Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie Parker was born on October 1st, 1930, and Clyde Barrow was born March 24th, 1909.
Bonnie and Clyde met in Texas in 1930. Clyde was convicted and Bonnie smuggled a gun in for Clyde and escaped. He was caught and was sentenced for 13 years of hard labor, but was released 2 years later.
Soon enough, he had a group of young men to do crime with him, including robbing banks and small businesses and murder.
Bonnie soon joined the gang, but soon sent to prison for 2 months for a failed bank robbery. They eventually died in May 23, 1934 from lying forces. That was the show for tonight. Have a good night, people.